wide-awake dream is a fantasy. I really prefer fantasizing rather than dreaming. Do you? It's all about control, as you might well imagine, being able to manipulate the variables. But I have a recurring fantasy that is more like a dream, a nightmare actually. I have no ability to change or stop it, even though I'm wide awake. Has that ever happened to you? In this fantasy nightmare, I'm playing football. I'm on a team and we're playing against an evenly matched opposing team. The field is grass in the middle of nowhere, with wildly changing and unpredictable weather. Sometimes I'm freezing, or I'm burning in the sun, facing a stiff wind, or driving snow, or being soaked in rain. I'm playing with a great team, but nobody's talking to me, and I feel like I'm by myself. I can see faces and expressions through the face mask. Everyone looks right through me. I'm playing just as hard as everyone else, yet I know viscerally that I'm being ignored on purpose. With some form of detachment combined with malevolence. I'm on offense and I'm on defense. I make great plays. I make great tackles. I plug into each offensive play perfectly. I anticipate each defensive move with precision. Sometimes I do get tackled and my own team is not around to help me. All the players seem like apparitions. Sometimes I get ruthlessly tackled. Play after play after play. I've noticed bruises on my body and I wonder if they happened in the fantasy. I know I am awake and am struggling as if drawn into a whirlpool as the game continues with no grasp of time or what I'm doing, where I'm at, unless somehow I'm rescued by something or have been able to hold on to a thin whispered reality. Life becomes fragmented when I have this fantasy, especially when I have the ball and I'm running. The end zone seems miles away, or very close, yet unreachable, and I wonder if I can make it, even though my team does not care about me or notice me. I want to snap out of it, and I become frightened and worried that I can't, even as I keep running, terrified about what might happen if I'm tackled. I'm freaking out as I hear what seems to be a million footsteps behind me, like heavily panting horses. And the sound goes from one ear to the other, and I'm too petrified to look over my shoulder. I remember once making dinner with my best friend's boyfriend, and becoming completely lost in this fantasy. I could see myself preparing and cooking and enjoying his company as I was making tackle after tackle in the cornerback position in my fantasy. I looked into his eyes, dumb and helpless to come around. He did notice something wrong and touch my hand. A kind of light drove back to the here and now. My terror and embarrassment mingle when this kind of thing happens. When someone else is around, I just snap out of it. I cannot conceal the heavy breathing and profuse sweating that often accompanies these episodes. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, it will be just a few beads of sweat on my face. Occasionally, this fantasy comes to what I believe is an end. Sometimes it just fizzles and fades away. The end is usually that the teams are leaving the field, somehow interacting as they leave. Silent, stoic, I'm still on the field, yet far away from the bench, paralyzed by my isolation and negation. Each time this happens, I'm grateful that the elapsed time is usually less than a few minutes, even though the fantasy experience seems to last much, much longer. I've had this fantasy for many years now. I've never accepted it, or gotten used to it. I have become secretly paranoid and filled with dread. The specter of this fantasy coming into my mind at any unexpected moment swirls around in my waking consciousness relentlessly, and I'm losing hope that I will ever be free.